Hi there everyone, it is currently Friday, the 4th of November 2011, and today we're going to look out here across Thailand yet again for another flood update on this region across Bangkok and northern Thailand that continue to get affected. Upwards of 400 deaths now being reported in Thailand, about 400,000 flood victims overall, though. That means people affected by the floods, counting injuries, displacement, damages to homes and non-such. So nearly 500,000 people continue to get affected by this in this entire area here in Thailand. And on the cost and damages out here, it's upwards of the billions of American dollars out here, and it's just the equivalent of upwards of several billion baht, more than that actually, in Thailand alone. So an incredible amount of damage right now. For the time being, though, we do have another surge of energy coming in here across the Gulf of Thailand and the South China Sea, pushing out here towards the west, and that's what's being indicated in all these infrared imagery. And actually, if we enhance this infrared imagery and still frame it, you can really see in more detail where these areas of convection are. We do have a low pressure area over the Philippines, and actually Bagas is warning on that. But extending off of that is this entire monsoonal trough, which over the past several days has gained in intensity due to the surge of energy. And basically all of this is causing more precipitation here in southern parts of Thailand, and even some isolated thunderstorms are coming up here north towards the Bangkok area. So over the next 24 to 48 hours, could see some heavy localized rain showers. And looking over the past week, this is from the trim satellite here, showing the amount of rainfall indicated by the satellite over the past week. As already stated here, you see this monsoonal trough over the Indian Ocean south of the Bay of Bengal, while this energy is pushing a little bit farther towards the north as the high pressure up towards the north starts to weaken some, and that's really where these indicated areas are in red and yellow. Those are the highest areas of precipitation out here. Good news, for the most part, this has been remaining south of Bangkok and those flooded areas there across northern Thailand, but as already stated, some of these could stray off towards the north and cause some increased flooding out there. But for Bangkok itself, it's not so much going to be the rain showers over the next week or so. It's going to be the water flowing downriver from the north. Now here's some high-resolution imagery taken by NASA out here. Both of these are static images of the same location, but at different times. This one's taken back in June, and this one is more recent, just a few days ago. And noting this is Bangkok here towards the south, right near the Gulf of Thailand. You see both of these locations. They're the same areas equivalent to the rainfall in this flooding off here towards the north. And really, look at this area up here. This is what it was back in June, and this is what it is now. And all this rainfall needs to go somewhere. It's flowing downstream, and that's really what the big problem is right now. We talk about central Bangkok remaining relatively dry. Well, that's this area right in here, and as you can see indicated on this map, that is still relatively dry at this moment. But as this continues to flow downstream, we are seeing some of this flooding increase around the area. For the most part, though, northern parts of Bangkok here in the western portion is where a lot of this water is flowing, and that's causing that heavy flooding out there. And that's where you're seeing a lot of these pictures actually of houses completely submerged, businesses underwater, a lot of roads blocked. Well, that's actually here on the northern and western peripheries of the city. But for the most part, though, we continue to watch central Bangkok here, and there's still the big fear of flooding in there. But good news, if it does start to flood, it should take several days to get into the central part of the city. So it's not going to be a strong and surge of water going into the city. Instead, a gradual and slow increase if some of those northern levees do break. But for right now, though, that is the biggest problem, is watching that rainfall flow downstream. But this is looking at the GFS precipitation outlook. As I already noted, we still have this surge of convection pushing out here towards the west, and even if we go into the weekend, we could see some of those rain showers stray off to the north. Actually, here looking on Sunday, you do have some rain around Bangkok and parts of Laos and northern Thailand. Could see some heavy showers, the first we've actually seen in about a week out there, so could increase that flooding potential around the northern portions of Bangkok. But it's going to be nothing compared to what we were seeing back in the summer when the monsoonal trough was really definitely over northern portions of Thailand here. But as we go off into the early parts of next week, we're really even to continue to see the surge of energy push over the region. So by next week, we could see some more steady rainfall, but as already noted, I don't think it's going to be anything too significant. And hopefully by the latter part of next week, the high pressure will start to ridge in back from the north again here by Wednesday and the Thursday, kill off that flow here towards the south and really start to bring in drier and colder air. So by Sunday into Tuesday, that's your strongest chance of some rain showers out here across northern Thailand. And lastly, we're going to look at the total precipitable water in the atmosphere for the time being here. As noted here across much of Malaysia and the southern portions of Thailand is where you see these areas in red, and that's where the highest amount of precipitation and moisture in the atmosphere is located at this time. But that is all for right now, everybody. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please post them in the comment box below. But I'm going to leave you here with some pictures again here across Thailand, just showing the widespread destruction, flooding, and the overall just horrible scenario being played out right now. So stay safe out there, everybody.